Chosen ones, urgent, God says, stop everything and listen right now. A quiet but powerful moment is unfolding around your life right now, and the Spirit of God is gently urging your heart to slow down and receive what heaven is speaking today. This is not an ordinary moment that passes by like a breeze that nobody notices. Something deeply meaningful is touching your life, and the presence of God is reaching toward you with love that is patient, tender, and full of purpose. If this message touches your heart, type Amen. Many people move quickly through their days without noticing when God softly calls their name, but you are not here by accident, and your soul is being invited into something precious that can change the direction of your life. God is asking you to stop the noise around you and listen carefully, because His love has been walking beside you through every hidden struggle that nobody else has understood. Even when your heart felt tired and uncertain, heaven never stepped away from your story. The Lord has watched every tear that fell quietly in the night, and He has carried your burdens in ways you never even realized. If you trust in God's guidance over your life, type 1111. Right now, the Lord is drawing your attention to something that your heart must hear clearly. Many chosen ones walk through life feeling unseen and misunderstood, yet God sees every detail of their journey with perfect love and patience. The moments that felt like silence were never abandonment. They were sacred seasons where God was shaping your heart with gentle wisdom and preparing you for something that will unfold in the right time. Before continuing, take a moment to gently support this channel by liking the video, because this simple act helps this message of hope reach hearts that may be quietly waiting for God's comfort today. The love of Jesus moves quietly through ordinary moments, touching lives with peace that cannot be explained by human understanding. You may have walked through seasons where your faith felt fragile and uncertain, but even in those moments, the grace of God never stepped away from your life. Jesus understands the weight of every burden you carried, and His compassion flows like a calm river that restores strength to weary hearts. God is speaking to chosen ones right now, because many have been walking through a long path of quiet endurance. These souls continued moving forward even when they felt alone, holding on to faith even when the road seemed dark and uncertain. Heaven has watched every act of kindness that nobody applauded, and every prayer whispered in quiet rooms where only God could hear. The Lord is reminding you that your life carries purpose that cannot be erased by disappointment or broken moments. The world may overlook gentle hearts that continue loving others even after facing pain, but heaven treasures those hearts deeply. God is forming something beautiful within you that will shine through your life in ways that bring healing to others. Jesus often works in ways that people do not recognize at first. A delay may feel like silence, yet within that delay, God is arranging moments that will unfold exactly when your heart is ready to receive them. Many chosen ones have walked through long seasons of preparation that felt confusing, yet every step was guiding them toward a future filled with hope and restoration. You may have wondered why your heart feels different from many others around you. Perhaps you feel things deeply and care in ways that sometimes make the world feel heavy. That gentle heart is not weakness. It is part of the calling God placed within you. Compassion and faith were planted inside your soul, so your life could become a light for people who feel lost and discouraged. God is gently reminding you that nothing you experienced was wasted or meaningless. Even the painful moments that seem to break your strength have been transformed into wisdom that will help others find comfort through your story. Jesus walks beside chosen ones through every valley, turning their tears into seeds that eventually grow into peace and understanding. There are moments when the Lord whispers softly to the heart, inviting it to rest from the endless rush of life. Those moments are sacred invitations to reconnect with His love. When you pause and listen, your spirit begins to recognize the quiet peace that comes from trusting God's presence. Many people search for meaning in loud and dramatic experiences, yet God often speaks through calm and gentle whispers that touch the soul deeply. The chosen ones are learning how to recognize those whispers and trust the path that God is guiding them along. The Lord is not calling you to carry the weight of tomorrow, today. Instead, He is gently encouraging your heart to walk step by step with faith that His love is guiding every moment. Even when the future seems uncertain, the hands of Jesus remain steady and faithful. God is also reminding chosen ones that their kindness matters more than they realize. A simple act of compassion may become the reason someone else continues believing that hope still exists in this world. The quiet love you share with others carries the fragrance of God's presence. Sometimes chosen ones feel tired because they give so much love to people who never fully understand their hearts. Yet heaven sees those moments clearly and treasures every act of patience and forgiveness. God will always honor a heart that continues choosing love even after experiencing pain. The journey of faith is not always loud and triumphant. Often it is quiet and steady, like a candle that continues glowing softly through a dark room. That gentle light becomes a source of comfort for people who feel surrounded by shadows. A concealed brainwave once stored in classified files is said to ignite strong prosperity. In just 7 minutes, you can unlock the switch in your mind that draws abundance like a magnet. Click the link in the video description and comments below to activate your hidden wealth wave right now. Jesus is inviting you to remember that your story is still unfolding under the care of God's perfect love. What feels incomplete today is still being shaped by His wisdom. Every season carries lessons that guide your soul closer to the peace you have been seeking. Chosen ones are often prepared through patience rather than speed. The Lord allows certain seasons to stretch longer because deeper roots of faith are forming beneath the surface. When the time arrives, those roots will support blessings that remain steady and strong. God is speaking with tenderness to your heart right now, reminding you that your life has meaning that reaches beyond what you can currently see. Heaven is not distant or silent. It is walking beside you with love that never grows tired and grace that never fades. The presence of Jesus brings healing to places inside the heart that words cannot fully describe. His peace gently fills the spaces where worry once lived, replacing fear with quiet confidence that God is guiding your steps. Every chosen one carries a story that reflects the kindness and mercy of God. Your life will become a testimony of how faith can continue growing even through seasons of uncertainty. The love of Christ shines through people who remain humble and compassionate. God is asking you to listen closely because the next chapters of your life will reveal how His plans were always working behind the scenes. What once looked like delay will soon be understood as preparation. What once felt like loss will reveal hidden blessings that only heaven could arrange. The Lord's voice does not bring fear or confusion. His voice brings peace that settles gently into the soul and reminds you that you are never walking alone. Chosen ones are learning to recognize that peaceful assurance as the presence of God's guidance. The Lord sees how you carried responsibilities that often felt overwhelming, yet you still chose kindness and compassion when bitterness could have easily taken root in your heart. Heaven never overlooks these quiet acts of love. Every moment where you forgave instead of holding anger, every moment where you helped someone while your own heart felt tired, became something deeply precious in the sight of God. Chosen ones often walk through life feeling unnoticed by the world, yet heaven celebrates the quiet goodness that shines through their lives. God understands the long seasons where your prayers felt like whispers carried into silence. There were nights when your heart searched for answers while the world slept around you. Those nights were not empty moments. They were sacred hours where your faith was growing stronger beneath the surface, even when you could not immediately see the change taking place inside your soul. The Lord was gently shaping your spirit so that you could carry a deeper understanding of compassion and patience. Chosen ones are often placed in seasons where they must learn to trust God without clear explanations for everything happening around them. This kind of faith is powerful because it grows from trust rather than certainty. When the heart continues believing even during uncertainty, it becomes stronger and more peaceful. God has been building that quiet strength inside you, step by step. Sometimes the Lord allows certain doors to remain closed for longer than expected. These moments may feel confusing, yet God understands the entire path ahead while you can only see the next step in front of you. What may appear like delay is often protection or preparation. Heaven carefully arranges the right timing so that the blessings entering your life will arrive when your heart is truly ready to receive them with wisdom and gratitude. The presence of Jesus continues walking beside you through every chapter of your story. His compassion reaches deeply into places where disappointment once tried to settle. Many chosen ones have experienced moments where they wondered why their journey seemed harder than others around them. Yet within those struggles, God was quietly planting wisdom, patience, and empathy that will one day comfort people who walk through similar storms. If this message brings peace to your heart today, type 1212. The journey of faith is often quieter than people expect. It is not always filled with loud signs or dramatic moments. More often, it grows slowly through small acts of trust, repeated day after day. A prayer whispered before sleeping. A moment of gratitude when the morning sun rises gently across the sky. A quiet decision to choose kindness even after experiencing hurt. These simple acts become powerful seeds of faith planted deep within the heart. God sees how your heart continues reaching toward goodness even when life feels uncertain. This willingness to keep loving others is part of the calling placed inside chosen ones. The world sometimes rewards loud voices and quick success, yet heaven honors humility and perseverance. The gentle heart that keeps believing in goodness becomes a reflection of God's character in this world. Jesus reminds you that your life has value that cannot be measured by the opinions of people around you. The Lord sees your true intentions and understands the quiet dreams living inside your heart. Those dreams were not placed there randomly. They were planted with care so that your life could grow into something meaningful and beautiful over time. Many chosen ones feel a deep longing to bring peace and healing to others. That longing is not weakness, it is part of the purpose God placed within your spirit. Compassion allows you to recognize pain in others and offer kindness when they need it most. Through simple words and gentle actions, your life can become a source of encouragement for many people who feel lost or discouraged. God is reminding you that your path is not meant to look identical to anyone else's journey. Each person walks a unique road shaped by God's wisdom and love. Comparing your story with others only creates unnecessary worry. The Lord understands exactly how your life should unfold, and He continues guiding every step with patience and care. Deep within your brain is a small area tied to wealth and success, once hidden in restricted studies and classified documents. This newly uncovered frequency is helping people exchange financial stress for ease, and God has led you to see this message at this very moment. Click the link in the description and comments to activate this hidden brainwave now. There are moments when chosen ones grow tired because they carry emotional burdens that others do not fully understand. The heart becomes weary after giving love and receiving little appreciation in return, yet Jesus gently reminds you that your kindness is never wasted. Even when people fail to recognize it, heaven treasures those moments deeply and will bring comfort back into your life in ways that restore your strength. Faith grows stronger when the heart learns to rest in God's presence instead of constantly searching for reassurance from the world. When you slow down and allow quiet moments with the Lord, your spirit begins to feel calm again. Peace enters your thoughts like soft sunlight warming the morning air, reminding you that God's love is steady and unchanging. Chosen ones are often guided into seasons of reflection, where they begin understanding their past experiences from a new perspective. What once felt painful begins revealing lessons that shaped your character and deepened your empathy for others. God uses every chapter of your life as part of a greater story that will eventually bring healing and encouragement to many hearts. The love of Jesus carries a quiet strength that lifts people from despair and replaces it with hope. When you place your trust in His guidance, the weight of worry becomes lighter because you remember that you are not carrying your struggles alone. The Lord walks beside you, offering wisdom that gently leads you toward peace. Sometimes God asks chosen ones to step away from noise and distraction so their hearts can hear His guidance more clearly. Silence can feel uncomfortable at first, yet within that stillness, your soul begins recognizing the gentle voice of God's wisdom. It becomes easier to understand the direction He is leading you. Life often moves quickly, yet God invites you to slow down and appreciate the small blessings surrounding you each day. The warmth of sunlight touching your face, the comfort of a quiet evening where your heart finally feels calm, the kindness shared between people who choose compassion instead of conflict. These moments reveal the beauty of God's presence woven into everyday life. Chosen ones carry a quiet resilience because they learned how to stand again after difficult seasons tried to break their spirit. That resilience becomes a source of encouragement for others who feel like giving up. Your story will remind them that faith can survive even the darkest moments. If you feel the peace of God surrounding your heart right now, type yes. The Lord is continuing to prepare your life for moments of restoration and clarity that will arrive at the right time. When those moments come, you will look back and recognize how every step was guided by wisdom greater than your own understanding. What once seemed uncertain will become clear, and your heart will feel grateful for the journey that shaped your faith. Jesus never abandons the people He loves. His presence remains steady through every season, even when the path ahead feels unfamiliar. The Lord gently reminds chosen ones that their future is not defined by past pain, but by the grace that continues unfolding through their lives. Many chosen ones have experienced moments where they felt separated from the direction they once expected their lives to follow. Plans changed, opportunities disappeared, and paths that once seemed clear suddenly became confusing. Yet God understands every twist and turn in your story. What looked like confusion was often protection, guiding you away from situations that could have harmed your peace or your spiritual growth. Heaven sees beyond the present moment and gently leads your steps toward something that will bring deeper fulfillment. The Lord has watched your perseverance through seasons where you felt misunderstood or overlooked. Sometimes your kindness was met with silence, and your generosity was not returned with the same care you offered. Yet you continued choosing patience and compassion because something within your heart refused to become bitter. That quiet decision to keep loving others reflects the character of Jesus living inside you. God honors that kind of heart with a tenderness that never forgets your sacrifices. Chosen ones are often given hearts that feel deeply. They notice the pain around them and feel moved to help others find comfort. At times, this sensitivity can feel overwhelming because the world does not always understand gentle spirits. Yet this compassion is one of the gifts God placed within you. Through your understanding and kindness, people who feel alone will discover that hope still exists in this world. The journey with God is rarely a straight path without difficulty. Instead, it becomes a series of moments where faith grows stronger through patience and trust. There were days when your heart felt tired and uncertain about the future, yet you kept moving forward quietly. That perseverance built a strength within you that cannot easily be shaken by disappointment. Sometimes chosen ones look at their past and wonder why certain doors closed or why certain relationships changed unexpectedly. In time, the Lord reveals that those moments were guiding you away from paths that were not meant to remain part of your story. God does not remove things from your life without purpose. Every change becomes part of a larger design that protects your peace and shapes your future with wisdom. If you walk forward in faith and trust that God is guiding your life, type 2020. Jesus reminds chosen ones that their worth is never defined by the approval of people. The world often measures value through recognition or success, yet heaven sees something much deeper. God sees the quiet sincerity within your heart. He sees the kindness you show when nobody else notices, and the patience you extend when circumstances become difficult. There were moments when you questioned whether your prayers were reaching heaven. You spoke softly to God during nights filled with uncertainty, hoping that your voice was heard. The Lord listened to every word with compassion and understanding. Even when answers seemed delayed, His presence remained close to you, carrying your burdens and preparing solutions that would arrive at the right moment. Faith sometimes grows strongest during seasons when you cannot see immediate change. Those are the moments where trust becomes the foundation of your relationship with God. Instead of relying only on visible results, your heart learns to rest in the assurance that God's wisdom is guiding every step of your life. A 7-second brainwave approach, previously limited to elite groups and stored in classified files, is now available to everyone, and many call it the 30-second miracle. Researchers claim it stimulates a dormant brain center associated with prosperity and blessings. Click the link in the comments below before it is removed from the internet again. Chosen ones are often placed in situations where they must learn patience before receiving the next blessing prepared for them. This waiting period may feel difficult, yet it strengthens the roots of your faith so that future blessings will not overwhelm your heart. When the right time arrives, you will receive them with humility and gratitude. God understands the quiet struggles you have carried within your thoughts. Worries sometimes filled your mind about the direction your life was taking. The Lord gently reminds you that your story is not finished. What feels uncertain today may become a beautiful testimony tomorrow, revealing how God's guidance never left your side. The love of Jesus brings a calm assurance that replaces fear with peace. His presence surrounds chosen ones with a gentle protection that strengthens their hearts during difficult moments. Even when storms pass through life, the foundation of faith keeps your spirit steady. God is preparing you for moments where your experiences will help others find hope again. People who feel discouraged will look at your life and recognize how perseverance and faith can lead them through their own struggles. Your story will become a quiet light, guiding them toward peace. Many chosen ones carry a deep desire to live with purpose and meaning. They want their lives to reflect kindness, honesty, and compassion in a world that often moves too quickly to notice these values. That desire was placed within you by God, so your life could influence others through simple yet powerful acts of love. When your heart feels tired, remember that God understands your need for rest and renewal. The Lord does not expect you to carry every burden alone. He invites you to place your worries in His care and allow His peace to restore your strength. In quiet moments with Him, your spirit becomes refreshed and ready to continue moving forward. Chosen ones sometimes wonder why their lives seem different from others around them. They may feel like they are walking a unique path that not everyone understands. This difference is part of the calling placed within your life. God shapes each person with a purpose that fits their spirit, guiding them into roles that bring light and healing to others. The presence of Jesus gently teaches your heart how to respond to challenges with grace rather than anger. Instead of allowing negative experiences to harden your spirit, His love softens your heart and helps you continue choosing goodness. That quiet strength becomes a powerful testimony of faith. If you believe that God's plan is slowly unfolding in your life, type 2323. The Lord continues working behind the scenes in ways that are not always visible. While you move through ordinary days, heaven is arranging moments that will bring clarity and blessing into your future. Many answers arrive quietly when the time is right, revealing how God was guiding your life even during seasons of waiting. Chosen ones are often called to bring peace into environments where tension and confusion once existed. Your calm spirit and compassionate heart become instruments through which God's love reaches others. Sometimes, a single word of encouragement can lift someone from despair and remind them that they are not alone. God invites you to keep trusting the journey unfolding before you. Even when the path seems unfamiliar, His wisdom continues leading your steps with gentle care. The Lord sees the complete picture of your life, while you experience each moment one step at a time. Jesus walks beside you with a love that never fades or weakens. His compassion understands every part of your story, including the moments you felt uncertain or discouraged. Yet He continues guiding you toward a future where your faith grows stronger and your heart discovers deeper peace. The voice of God still speaks quietly within your spirit today. It encourages you to remain patient, kind, and faithful while the next chapters of your life slowly unfold. Every step forward becomes part of a greater story written with grace and purpose. God understands the silent battles that happen within your thoughts, and He sees the strength it takes for you to continue believing that goodness will rise again after difficult days. The faith that keeps your heart steady during those times is not small or unnoticed. It is precious in the sight of heaven. Many people move quickly through life without noticing how God quietly shapes the soul through everyday experiences. Yet chosen ones begin to recognize that even the smallest moments carry meaning. A calm morning where peace fills your heart without explanation. A gentle reminder that love still exists even after disappointment. These moments become signs that God is working quietly in ways that restore your spirit little by little. The Lord knows there were days when your heart felt deeply tired from carrying responsibilities and emotional burdens that others did not fully understand. You continued showing kindness even while your own spirit needed encouragement. That quiet perseverance is something heaven sees clearly. God treasures the hearts that remain gentle and compassionate, even when the world sometimes responds with indifference or misunderstanding. Chosen ones often feel a deep connection to the struggles of others because their hearts are naturally compassionate. When someone around them feels discouraged, they instinctively want to bring comfort and encouragement. This gift of empathy was not placed within you by accident. It is part of the way God allows His love to move through your life and touch the lives of others. The journey with God sometimes leads through unexpected paths that challenge your patience. You may have imagined a different direction for your life at certain moments, yet circumstances changed in ways you did not anticipate. Even during those changes, the Lord continued guiding your steps carefully. What once looked confusing may later reveal itself as protection or preparation for something far better than you originally expected. If you feel that God has been guiding your path even during uncertain seasons, type 1919. What if abundance could be activated from within your own mind through a powerful sound frequency once kept in classified files? Specialists say this signal naturally draws opportunity and financial independence, and many people are already applying it. Click the link in the description and comments now and switch on this hidden brainwave today. The love of Jesus brings comfort to hearts that have walked through disappointment. His presence gently reminds chosen ones that their past struggles do not define their future. Instead, those experiences become part of a story that reveals how faith can grow stronger through adversity. God transforms pain into wisdom, allowing your life to become a source of encouragement for people who are facing similar challenges. Sometimes the heart becomes discouraged when progress feels slow or invisible. Yet God often works quietly beneath the surface, long before visible changes appear. Just as a seed grows beneath the soil before it becomes a strong plant, faith grows in hidden ways within the soul. During those quiet seasons, your spirit becomes stronger, more patient, and more prepared for the blessings that will eventually arrive. Chosen ones often carry a strong desire to live with purpose and meaning. They feel drawn toward kindness and honesty, even when those qualities seem rare in the world around them. This desire is part of the calling God placed inside your heart. Your life becomes a gentle reminder that compassion and faith still hold power in a world that sometimes forgets their importance. The Lord is reminding you that every chapter of your life has been seen and understood by heaven. Nothing you experienced has been ignored or forgotten. Even the moments where you felt unseen by others were never hidden from God. His presence remained beside you, offering strength during times when your heart quietly wondered how long the struggle would continue. Chosen ones are learning how to trust the timing of God rather than rushing ahead of the peace He provides. When the heart learns patience, it begins to experience a deeper sense of calm. Instead of worrying about every possible outcome, your spirit rests in the assurance that God knows exactly how your story should unfold. Faith becomes stronger when it is built through steady trust rather than sudden excitement. The Lord invites you to walk forward step by step, trusting that each moment carries meaning, even when you cannot immediately see the results. Over time, you will recognize how each season prepared your heart for the next stage of your journey. Jesus understands the emotional weight you have carried. He knows the moments when your heart felt overwhelmed by responsibilities, uncertainty, or the expectations of others. Yet His compassion remains constant, offering rest for your spirit and reassurance that you are never facing life's challenges alone. If you continue trusting that God's love is guiding your future, type 666.